Electric vehicles, saving the environment, or a sneaky hoax by Big Oil? Confused by the headlines? Well, you're not alone. We're peeling back the layers to uncover the reality behind electric cars. Are they the future of transportation or a fad destined to fizzle out? We'll expose the myths, reveal the benefits, and uncover the not-so-green secrets. Hit subscribe and buckle up for a joyride towards the truth. Electric vehicles are taking the world by storm, but with that excitement comes an unexpected amount of hostility. Headlines scream, government propaganda exposes electric vehicles as a big scam. So what's the deal? Have we all been duped by a vast eco-conspiracy? Let us address some of the claims. First up, sticker shock. EVs are typically more expensive than gasoline-powered automobiles. According to Kelley Blue Book's 2023 study, the average price of a new electric car is roughly $48,000, whereas a gas-powered car costs $41,000. That's a noticeable improvement, but it does not provide the full picture. Another concern is range anxiety. Those who have never driven an electric car may be concerned about running out of charge and becoming stuck. The average electric automobile in the United States now has a range of approximately 250 miles on a single charge, which is sufficient for most daily commutes. However, road trips necessitate extra planning to locate charging outlets, particularly on longer routes. Finally, some critics highlight the environmental impact of battery production. The mining of lithium and cobalt, which are essential components of EV batteries, might create ethical and environmental concerns. According to a 2022 study by the International Council on Clean Transportation, while EV production has a higher initial footprint, over the course of a car's lifetime, an EV can generate significantly lower emissions than a gas car, particularly when considering the environmental impact of fossil fuel extraction and refining. So is there any truth to the scam narrative? Well, let's go deeper into these concerns to find out if the electric vehicle revolution is all hype or if this sustainable mode of transportation has a promising future. EVs may have a higher initial cost than gasoline-powered vehicles. However, when considering total cost of ownership, EVs frequently outperform, and here's why. When compared to gas, electricity prices are often significantly more stable. Even with growing electricity prices, fueling an EV is still much cheaper in most areas. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, the average cost of operating an electric vehicle is the same as spending $1.22 per gallon for gas. Lower maintenance. EVs have fewer moving parts than gas engines, resulting in less frequent and costly maintenance requirements. Regenerative braking in electric vehicles also minimizes wear and tear on traditional brakes. As far as range and charging, while some may argue that EVs have limited range, battery technology is continually improving. The average EV in the United States currently has a range of over 211 miles on a single charge. According to the EV Charging Summit, this is enough for most daily commutes. Furthermore, advances in fast charging technology enable rapid top-ups in as little as 15 minutes using stations such as Tesla superchargers. Environmental impact. The production of lithium-ion batteries for EVs has an environmental legacy. However, a 2020 study by the University of Michigan discovered that over the course of a vehicle's lifespan, EVs emit much lower greenhouse gas emissions than gas automobiles, particularly when cleaner power generation methods are considered. Furthermore, research is being conducted to produce more environmentally friendly battery production procedures and responsible recycling practices. By addressing these concerns directly, we can go beyond myths and have a more educated discussion about the future of electric vehicles. So let's put an end to the myths and focus on the clear benefits of EVs. First and foremost, electric vehicles are a game changer for the environment. Transportation is a key source of greenhouse gas emissions, but EVs emit zero tailpipe emissions. This translates into cleaner air, particularly in metropolitan areas. Imagine a world with fewer smog alerts and brighter skies. This is the future that EVs can help us achieve. According to studies conducted by the International Council on Clean Transportation, even when accounting for emissions connected with energy generation, EVs emit much less greenhouse gas than gasoline-powered vehicles. In fact, a recent analysis by the American Lung Association discovered that EVs can lower tailpipe emissions by up to 90% and smog-forming emissions by up to 95%. However, EVs aren't just good for the environment, they can also save you money over time. While an electric vehicle may have a larger initial cost than a gas-powered car, electricity is substantially less expensive than gasoline. Once again, the average cost of charging an EV is similar to approximately $1.25 per gallon of gas, according to the Department of Energy. And when you factor in the lower maintenance expenses of EVs, which do not require oil changes, spark plugs, or other standard car maintenance, the savings become even more tempting. Beyond the cost benefits, EVs provide a completely different driving experience. The electric motor generates rapid torque, resulting in smooth and powerful acceleration that outperforms gasoline-powered vehicles. Furthermore, the lack of a combustion engine results in a quieter driving experience, making your daily commute more serene. Imagine driving along the highway with little engine noise, in sharp contrast to the boom of a regular car. But let's be honest, electric vehicles are still developing as a technology. While the future looks bright, there are challenges to address. One major concern is the availability of charging infrastructure. Currently, most public chargers are concentrated in urban areas. While government initiatives and private companies are rapidly expanding charging networks, rural areas still lag behind, and this can be a barrier for potential EV buyers who worry about long-distance travel. However, the good news is that the number of public charging stations is growing exponentially. According to the Alternative Fuels Data Center, there are over 130,000 public charging stations in the U.S. alone at the end of 2023, with a significant portion being fast chargers that can add hundreds of miles of range in under 30 minutes. Another challenge is battery recycling. While lithium-ion batteries are much cleaner than fossil fuels, their production and disposal raise environmental concerns. The good news is that the battery recycling industry is evolving rapidly. Currently, the recycling rate for lithium-ion batteries is around 50%, but it's expected to reach 80% by 2030. Additionally, research is ongoing to develop even more sustainable battery technologies and closed-loop recycling processes that minimize environmental impact. It is important to remember that no technology is perfect, and EVs are no exception. However, the rapid advancements and ongoing research give us a lot to be optimistic about. The future of transportation is unquestionably electric. According to the International Energy Agency, the worldwide electric car market share is estimated to reach 57% by 2030, with sales of 30 million per year. Several reasons contribute to this quick expansion. Technological advancements. Battery technology is continually advancing with longer ranges and faster charging times. Tesla's 4680 battery cells, for example, have a possible 16% range increase. Furthermore, businesses are developing solid-state batteries which could revolutionize charging speeds and range. Falling costs. Since 2010, the cost of lithium-ion batteries, which are a fundamental component in EVs, has plummeted by 89%. This results in a huge fall in EV prices, making them more affordable to customers. Tax credits and rebates are additional government incentives that sweeten the transaction. Climate change concerns are a primary driving reason behind the EV revolution. Electric vehicles emit zero exhaust emissions, considerably decreasing urban air pollution and helping to combat climate change. According to a study conducted by the Union of Concerned Scientists, electric vehicles can reduce greenhouse gas emissions by up to 80% when compared to gasoline-powered vehicles. However, the path to ultimate EV dominance is not without its challenges, and here are some difficulties that must be addressed. Charging infrastructure. Although charging infrastructure is fast-growing, it is still not as widespread as gas stations. This can be a worry for long-distance travel, particularly in rural locations. Battery recycling. The environmental impact of battery production and disposal is a legitimate concern. Fortunately, research into environmentally friendly and efficient battery recycling processes is progressing. Companies such as Redwood Materials are developing closed-loop methods for recovering and reusing valuable materials from spent batteries. The EV revolution is well underway, providing cleaner and more sustainable transportation options. While difficulties including charging infrastructure and battery recycling persist, technological breakthroughs and rising consumer demand are paving the way for a more promising electric future. This shift necessitates a collaborative effort. Do your study, consider switching to electric if it suits your needs, and push for policies that promote clean transportation. Hey, share your thoughts with us on EVs in the comment section below, and please subscribe for more educational videos like this.